when I went down to Argentina, the idea was to play polo, drink some red wine, have some fun, clear my mind. Where the polo farms are in Argentina are also very close in proximity to a lot of very impoverished villages and areas where people are living on, the bare minimum. And it didn't take long before I became kind of curious as to why these people, didn't have the modern or normal conveniences that, we grew up having in the United States. And I thought it was so interesting that they were doing a shoe drive, meaning that no one had shoes and that they were having to go get old shoes and get people to donate shoes. And when I heard about this, I said, well, I want to go see this. I saw lots of kids that had, shoes that were totally tattered, too big, too small, no shoes at all, walking around. And when I saw that, and I saw that all they were doing is trying to go around Buenos Aires and get people to collect old, nasty shoes to give them, I really didn't think that was a good solution. And that's when I came up with the idea of TOMS. What if I started a shoe company, and every time I sold a pair of shoes, I gave a pair away? And that way, as long as I continue to keep selling shoes, these kids will have shoes for the rest of their life. And so we called it the Shoes for Tomorrow project. I remember I was flying back on the plane from Argentina with that idea and deciding if I was going to come back and do TOMS, and it was like there was only one real option for me. How could I look back and say I met these kids that didn't have shoes and I had an opportunity to help them and I didn't do it? And just started asking lots of questions, went to a lot of people who made literally alpargatas in their garage, and and started asking questions. And I remember they all thought I was crazy when I told them I was going to sell the alpargata in the United States. They're like, no one is going to buy this. You have Nike, you have Reebok, you have all these amazing companies. Why would you want to buy an alpargata? And I made 250 pairs because that was how many kids were in the village, and I put them in 3 duffel bags and I went back to the United States. Next thing I know, on the cover of the calendar section is Da Vinci Code and TOMS shoes. Before 4 o'clock in the afternoon, we had sold 2,200 pairs on our website, and I only had 120 in my apartment. But I knew what I had to do. I had to go back to Argentina and make some shoes. We were so excited that we had sold the 10,000 pairs of shoes. Now's the time to go back to Argentina and make good on our promise that every pair we sell, we're going to give one away. Now, a lot of people think that when you say a shoe drop, that means you're just dropping off the shoes. But that's not the case. We actually hand place every single shoe on the children's feet. And that's so important. It's a huge part of our brand, because that connection that you have with that child, it not only gives them a shoe and gives them a great feeling of love and warmth and experience, but it also gives back to us. And that is really what has caused the employees of TOMS and our volunteers and our interns that want to work so hard, is they have that experience where they give away those shoes, and that changes your life. And it changed my life. I mean, when I came back from the shoe drop, I basically said, this is it. I'm investing all my money, all my time, all my energy in TOMS, and I'm going to build this into one of the most successful, profitable, and charitable shoe companies in the world. So literally, in less than a year, we've gone from 4 interns and myself, working out of my apartment, to 8,000 square feet of office space, professional warehousing systems, some of the best, shoe designers, shoe salespeople in the industry, and we're going to give away 200,000 pairs of shoes this year. In a sense, by creating a one-for-one model with TOMS, we have created our never-going-away benefactor. That's the reason why I spend as much time hiring great people in the fashion and shoe world, and that's why we have to charge a premium for our shoes, so we can have this money, because if we don't design great shoes, we can't continue on our promise. So that's another reason why it has to be a for-profit business.